The Dynamics CRM 2011 user interface has received many improvements for this release. When you log into the application, you will notice changes instantly. The addition of the Get Started pane, information bar, and the ribbon are just a few of the changes. There are many other improvements that we will cover over the next lesson. The first area we'll take a look at is the ribbon. In previous versions of Microsoft Dynamics CRM, commands were located inside forms, and sometimes they could be hard to find for non-power users. To make the commands more discoverable, the ribbon displays the commands in easy-to-find places. This helps reduce the number of clicks necessary to carry out a particular action. You will notice this within the entity grids. There are certain commands that are now available on the ribbon that used to only be accessible from within the form. Commands like attach a file, add a note, create activities like letters, phone calls, and tasks. This change helps you reduce the clicks you need to do every day, as you will be able to perform many of these actions from within the grid versus having to open up each record. Now I'm going to switch over to the application so we can take a look at these improvements. From within the application, I'm going to navigate to Sales and then click on Leads. At the top of the page, you will see the ribbon and the commands I can take on the lead records. The ribbon is contextual, so notice as I select multiple records, the Connect and the Start Dialog button disable. That is because I cannot perform these actions on multiple records. Notice when I click a third record, the Merge button disables because I cannot merge 3 records, so the application grays out the Merge button. Under the Add tab, here I can perform actions that used to only be available within the form record in Microsoft Dynamics CRM 4.0. So if I select Oscar here, I can now, right from the entity grid, click Add Note and add a note to this record. Let's go ahead and save that. I can also perform other things like adding a task, phone call, attaching a file, an appointment, other things that I could not normally do from within the entity grid. The ribbon also provides enhanced tooltips to describe what the button will do. So as notice here, as I hover over one of the buttons, I get a little more detail about what the button is and what it will do. I can also hover over disabled buttons, and the tooltip will tell me why this button may be disabled. Another option I have is to hide the ribbon. By clicking the Hide Ribbon button on the top right corner, I can collapse that ribbon, and by clicking on any of the tabs will bring the ribbon back, or if I click the Show Ribbon button, I can get the ribbon back as well.